Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to Moscow. Yes, I'm actually out in the regions today. I'm not anywhere close to Moscow center, and I'm gonna go and have a look around a place called Svetofor. Now, this is equivalent to where you might live in the world to like a dollar store, but everything's not exactly a dollar, but you know, there's things that are very cheap in here, but it's called Svetofor, so let's go and check it out, shall we? Now, just before we go on inside Svetofor, I did notice this house a couple of 100 meters down the road here. Now, it's almost castle-like. Now, I just thought I'd sort of just throw this in the beginning of the video here. This is a huge compound of a house. Now, I imagine this has been here for a lot of years, maybe before all this industrial area kind of got built up around it, but there's a guy up on the very roof there doing some rendering of the, I guess you call it like the Sky Dome roof, but very interesting. Whoever lives here or owns this place, it's kind of insane how big it is. Now, literally, where we're going to go in, or where we just started the video, is just over here, up ahead behind the power lines there. So let's go on inside. Now, just to point out where we just saw that kind of castle of a house, you'll just see it off in the distance. This is how eclectic it is. There's a car wash right here, which is very typically used by all the taxi drivers. They bring their cars for washing. And then there's a guy selling some watermelons. This really is watermelon season right now. And then over here is where we're going to go and check out Svetofor, this red striped building. Okay, so walking on inside, the first thing you're really going to notice in here is it's not particularly busy now. It's currently 3 p.m. on Friday afternoon. So now this is actually in an industrial area, so this is not anywhere near people's houses. It's not near bus stations, bus stops, train stations. It's very much out of the way. Like, you really have to drive your car here. There is quite a lot of these around, these Svetofors, so people do tend to go to the one nearest where they live. There's a lot of like really interesting things here. So you've got like a garden sprayer here, then right next to it's a salad bowl, 99 rubles. Now, I didn't check exactly the exchange rate for today, so I'm going to go by about 65 or so rubles to a US dollar. There's a laundry basket. Some garden chairs, 799 rubles. This is how kind of mixed up this place is. It's like really things all over the place, really. So it's kind of the perfect kind of dollar store, pound saver. In Australia, we've got Red Dot and Reject Shop. It's kind of like that, but far less organized. You come over here in the corner, and they've just got their pallets kind of stacked up next to some bed linen. It's very interesting. And then right over here we got biscuits. Yeah, these are like chocolate kind of wafer biscuits, but you basically buy them by the whole tray in 200 rubles. These are just pretty normal cookies, I guess you would call them. And there's some dried fruit over here at the back. And then just mixed in with some kind of like pants next to more cookies. 148 rubles for a nice tray of cookies. You're going to get a few broken ones in there, but pretty much. So the way they kind of work the shop here, it's kind of by pallets. So you buy them basically just by individual quantities, but their concept of their store is everything's palletized. So there's no fancy displays, no fancy advertising. It's just stacked up. There's lots. So this is a kind of an assortment box of desserts here. These are just like dry snacks, but you get them kind of in a whole box. It's all going on in here. I'm just gonna scooch out away to the guys here. They busy moving stuff around. What do we got over here? Some some chips, 65 rubles for a bag of chips. And then we'll just walk around. I didn't want to get in the way of these guys here. There is actually quite a few customers in the shop, but I'm just sort of trying to not get people in the videos. There's some cherry jam here. So this is individual, 65 rubles. So pretty much $1 for a jar of cherry jam. And then right behind it is some almost crocs. These are the China crocs, I guess we'd call them. More snacks. And what are these, swirls? These look like cookies as well of some kind. And then there's some antifreeze there for winter time. And then some gardening gloves. So really everything is all over. Actually, here's lots of canned tunas. Like really lots of canned tunas. Quite a few different types. And they're all very cheap here. 40 rubles, 30 rubles, 50 rubles. Not really expensive at all. And then, you know, if the kids need a bike or a skateboard, they have some here, luckily. Just next to the ice cream. That's kind of interesting. They've got, it's like strawberry ice cream. I think that's 150 rubles. Yeah, $4, $3. This is pretty typical how ice cream comes in Russia. It's kind of in like, it looks like flour bags. So they don't really put them in tubs so much over here. Yeah, there's kind of a good mix of everything in this shop. So I thought this would be very interesting to come shopping in. It's kind of dollar store style shop. But everything's not $1, of course. Everything's all over the place with the pricing. Some more bed sheets here, and then some string. And then we just have to get out the way of the pallet jack right in the middle of the store. But no worries at all. Some kids' pencils. There's some more antifreeze. Neon lights. It's like such a mix of things, but it's that's the whole point of coming to this store. You're like, every time you'll come as well, they've got the kind of stock sells through very quickly, so it's not necessarily you're going to come back and see the same thing again each time you come in here. There's some carpets off in the corner there, fluffy blankets, cat food. So the cat food is very cheap. This is kind of the dry biscuits. 50 rubles for a kilo or so bag of dry cat food. And over here there's buckets, laundry baskets, some sheets. So, any witches in the house? There's some brooms. Anyone needs a witch's broom? Oh, small traffic jam. So this kind of place too, you kind of come in for one or two things and you end up with like half a basket of things. And especially probably half of what you bought you didn't really come in here planning to buy. But they have it all the same. I think this is mouthwash. Yeah, this is mouthwash. Some of the things I don't recognize the packaging, so lots of containers here. There's some this is cat food, but it's kind of like pellet cat food. I don't know what brand that is, but it's like huge bags of it for 200 rubles. $5 for a giant bag. So yeah, you can see there is a few people around here. So this is really definitely somewhere that you're not going to just walk past and go in. You're going to make a point of driving here with your car. Painting sets. I always come for my painting supplies here. So it's a very interesting store, you know, like you always think you kind of you need this, you need that when you go to the stop, you never find it. Then you come to a place like Svetofor, and here it is. A random section here with some like shampoos and hair dyes. Even a massager there. And they've got, you know, a ton of stock. I mean, they just basically bring down the pallet as they change it out. Yeah, the bin liners, and bin bags, depending on where you live, trash bags. Ooh, plenty of choices. 48 rubles. It's not bad for 70 cents for a set of garbage bags. This is the part of the reason a lot of people come here, because a lot of stuff is basically kind of the China manufacturing. It's not. Look at this. Actually, this is from Iran. Look at that, made in Iran. That's interesting. Oh, look at this. It's like a an oven dish. Toronto large square baking dish, made in Iran. Yeah, I was going to say a lot of the stuff is typically from China in here, but you will find some Russian items, but mostly it's coming from all over the place. But this kind of the point of this place is, you know, buy it in bulk, send it to all the different stores, and then sell it with very small margins. You know, they're not here to make tons of money out of this place, because it's, you know, it's not designed that way. You know, it's meant to be kind of budget friendly. So you can see it's kind of warehouse style as well. So it's these are the lids here. So now we're in summertime, and a lot of people are going to do harvesting of berries, strawberries. So a lot of people make jams and preserve all of their fruits from summertime harvest. So that's where you're kind of going to come and buy the lids. There's some soap dispensers. What are these? 161 rubles. Washing detergent. So again, it's all kind of like brown box here. There's no fancy displays, no fancy shelves. There's no need to kind of pay for all that kind of stuff, and that's the whole concept of the store. So let's walk around a bit more and we'll see what else we can come across. So just looking around a little bit more here, I found some different things here. This is a fish bowl, I guess. I guess you put your cooked fish on that. I don't know if you'd put that in the oven or not. But that's also made in Iran as well, along with these pans over here, which is kind of interesting. And then there's some plastic containers here. And then let me just skip ahead here, because there's some bowls. I guess these are baking dishes, or I guess pasta bowls, I'm not sure. But these are actually made in France. So smart cuisine, made in France, which is kind of interesting. And then, I don't know where I just spotted the other thing. One of them was made in Thailand, which is, things are from all over the place. I was thinking everything was China, but obviously not. Now, they do actually have a cold room as well here with some food. They don't have a lot of food here because of the best before dates. They don't like to keep too many things with short use by dates. So pretty much just the usual things here. Tomatoes, cucumbers, and there's some cabbage over here. Apples. Just the very typical Russian vegetables, I'm going to say. There's some yogurts. These big blocks of cheese. I mean, these aren't small blocks of cheese, let me tell you. These are kind of huge. That's insane how big they are. Now you can see here they've got lots of salamis, butters, margarines. Yeah, it's no worries at all with the packaging. Now, I wonder if you recognize that from another YouTuber's video that had the anti-theft cases on them. Here, not a problem. There's really not that kind of shopper coming into Svetofor that you'd have to do that kind of thing. It's really very budget friendly in here, and or you can actually get some leaves here. I kind of call these leaves. It's kind of like lettuce leaves, but they're Just only small. Use them for a couple of salads and they're done, but they're very easy to make a salad with some tomatoes and cucumbers. Here's some big salami sticks right here. Yeah, so they rely heavily on, you know, people coming in here and buying kind of bulk quantities. So and that's really how people want to come shopping here too. They're coming for, you know, out of their way shopping. It's not where they live. It's not where you would normally come like on a daily basis. This would be kind of once a week or once a fortnight kind of shop. So yeah, big salamis here. This is like bologna here, so you can make your winter salad with this, or you can even use it for your pet if you really, some people cook it up for pet food. Some cured hams and sausages, all very reasonably priced in this shop as well. And then here again you see a lot more of the packaging here. So some people will come and buy like whole trays of things, but you can definitely kind of bust open the packaging and just buy one or two of something. It's not really a problem what quantity that you buy here. Just the point is you're getting things very cheap. There's soy sauce, and then there's some pickled vegetables here. I think this is pickled mushrooms, it looks like. 150 rubles. And then more different foods. Here, flour, canned peas. Look at this, tons of peas. These are 25 rubles for a can, so like 30 cents, 40 cents a can. So lots of choices. And then walking around a little bit further here, there's some drinks here. So here's some like cherry juice. 168 rubles for at least about a liter or so. And some wine as well. I didn't actually realize they had alcohol here. I just noticed it right at the front here. So I got some wine. $3, $4, $3 a bottle. Right next to cooking oil. How convenient. Yeah, it's such an eclectic mix of things. That's what I really like about Svetofor. Now, you know, some people probably don't really like this kind of shop, you know, because you may end up coming in and not finding exactly what you wanted, but you walked out spending a few thousand rubles on everything you didn't want. But that's like the lucky dip of Svetofor, you know, you come in for one thing and you end up with 3 other things. Just going to show you here, this is like compote. This is the strawberry one. Check that out. You can see the actual strawberries inside, which is very neat. Compote is like, it's basically like fruit juice, if that's the right description for it. And then right at the front here, they've got a good mix of things as well. So they've got some more, this is like apple juice over here. Actually, I said that was oil before, but that's actually juice. I just noticed it's actually grape juice. It's kind of a compote, but it's not exactly the same. Wasn't really paying attention as I walked right past that previous little part there. And here's some different, I think this is, oh, there you go, there's apple juice right there. Huge containers of it. And then this is some different fruit juice. Viva Fresh. So there's really no end to the assortment of things you can get here, you know. And then right in the front here you've got a roll of hose pipe. Why not? It's almost like a gardening section right in the front window here. So that's kind of handy if you're doing some gardening at the same time. Yeah, it's really a big mix. Here's some more apple juice. It's kind of like in jars, this one. It doesn't look appealing, but give it a good shake and it comes back to life. And you can see here, you know, there's, you know, I mean, you're going to get a person with a few things and the next person with a shopping cart. This really is next to a very big industrial area here. There's literally maybe a couple of hundred shops that are mostly houseware shops and things for house construction and building supplies. And of course, the last thing you buy if you're in here, you buy your wife some flowers to take home. You know, little assortment of roses, and you're done your shopping in Svetofor. And there we go. Okay everybody, I do hope you like this walk around of Svetofor. Now, actually Svetofor translates to the words traffic light in Russian. So I don't know where the reference is of the store for traffic light, but I guess like green is good. I don't know, red is stop. I don't know where the reference is, but thanks everybody for coming along on this walk around, traveling with Russell. I know you guys sort of do like shopping center store walk-arounds, and this is a little bit different because it's kind of like a for me it's kind of like equivalent to a dollar store. So maybe where you live you've got something like this. Maybe let me know in the comments what you think. It's a little bit hard to reference the prices because of the brands and things like that, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah, thumbs up if you liked it. Of course I see a few people thumbs down, that's completely up to you. Thanks for coming traveling with Russell, and I'll see you in another video. Bye everybody.